The hemp industry celebrated Governor Greg Abbott's veto of Senate Bill 3 last weekend, but now their focus is shifting toward next month's special session to regulate the industry. The special session comes as Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who made banning THC a priority, isn't backing down. Capitol reporter Adam Schwager talked to industry leaders about the upcoming special session.
Looks like you're going to be back here in another few weeks, right?
Less than a day after his proposed ban on THC was vetoed by Governor Greg Abbott,
Thank you all for coming.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick indicated a refusal to back down.
I'm not going to legalize marijuana in Texas. And if people want to vote me out of office for that, so be it. Not going to do it.
Since then, Patrick's gotten bolder. In his veto, Abbott cited a ban in Arkansas, which at the time was held up in court. After the court ruled Arkansas can enforce their ban on Tuesday, Patrick reacted by saying, "All we have to do is pass SB 3. However, Abbott reaffirmed his position to regulate rather than prohibit consumable hemp, saying that process begins next month.
I'm watching Texas very closely.
Roger Wolodarski is the founder and CEO of Puffco, a company which makes high-tech products for consuming THC-infused concentrates.
If Texas is able to flip and offer safe access to users, that is a great omen for the future of cannabis in the federal world as well.
At first glance, Wolodarski agrees with many of Abbott's proposed reforms, finding a balance between safety and freedom.
Lab testing, labeling, age-restricted access, the things that we're doing in all of the other states should be rolled out in Texas to make sure it's not getting in the hands of kids and the people who are using it are able to use safe product.
But he does not want to see the state shut down the ability to smoke THC products, a regulation currently found in the state's medical marijuana program.
You can't just eat an edible and then go on with your day. You're going to be affected by it for hours. But if you do inhale something, especially cannabis concentrates, you can get what you need from it, and it goes away within 45 minutes to an hour.
Lawmakers will come back to Austin on July 21st to discuss regulating THC. For State of Texas, I'm Adam Schwager.
The standoff between the governor and lieutenant governor has some Democrats at the Capitol proceeding into this special session with caution.
Far from being in the spirit of compromise, the lieutenant governor is determined to win here. So we're trying to figure out what is the best strategy to make sure we don't pass a bill, again, that criminalizes the possession of sleep gummies that you get at the pharmacy. At this point, Texans are accustomed to having access to this medication. So we need to tread very carefully here.
A news release from State Senator Sarah Eckhart highlights the position of many Texas Democrats. She wrote, "Here's something you won't hear me say often. Governor Abbott is right. Vetoing SB 3 was the right call. While my staffers aren't eager to cut their summer vacation short, I'm actually looking forward to having the chance to take another pass on THC." Glenn Hager has been the state's controller for more than 10 years. Now he's taking on a new challenge. We speak with him as he prepares to lead the Texas A&M system. Plus, funding for crime victims held up by flaws in the system. Find out how new funding in the state budget could bring change and help victims of violent crime.